Hello, second grade. Hello, everybody. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Hello, everybody. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Hello, second grade. I'm at Gill Hall today, and my voice is iffy, but it's all right. And I am recording this right before Christmas. I know you're not going to see it until after Christmas, but that's why I've got my Santa shirt on, is because I'm recording this right before Christmas. Got my Christmas nails. I'm ready to go. All right. So, my friends, let's get started by warming up our voices. I am going to share my screen. Think I would know how to do this by now. All right. Always forget. Okay. So let's do some ice skating. Let's do this one on A. 1, 2, ready, go. Hey, hey. How about E? 1, 2, ready, go. E. Let's do I. 1, 2, ready, go. I. Let's do O. 1, 2, ready, go. Oh. Let's do one more. Let's do ooh. 1, 2, ready, go. Ooh. Don't know if you can hear that noise behind me, but the garbage truck is back there behind me at Gill Hall. That's what that sound is. All right, I have a mystery song. Let's make this a whole lot bigger. That's good. And let's see if you know what song this is. Let's sing it, and let's do our hand signs. Ready, sing. So, la, so, mi. So, la, la, so, mi. Do you know what song that is? Sing it again. Ready, sing. So, la, so, mi. So, la, la, so, mi. Did you figure it out? It is bounce high, bounce low, bounce the ball to Shiloh. That's a really fun one. We're going to come back to that song in a little bit today. And if you're in the music room, maybe you can stop and you can play the game. If you're at home, you can play the game with somebody in your family. But what we want to do is we are going to take this mystery song and we are going to write it down here on the staff. So what we first need to figure out is where we want to put so. And so can go almost anywhere. Let's see. If I were to put so right here on the third space, do you remember where la would go? If so was on the third space, then la would go on the line right above so. So we'd have so in the space and then la on the line right above it. And if you look at my song up here, it goes so, la, so. So I need another so. I'd have so, la, and then so back on the third space. Then where would me go? I'd put me on the second space because me wants to be just like so, but he doesn't want to get caught. So he'd go on the one right below him. And after you have all of your circles drawn, you can make the stems. So, la, so, mi. So it looks like do, 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 do. And then down here, you want to do the same thing. So, la, la, so, mi. So I'll put this worksheet on Canvas. So you can do it on Canvas, or if you're in the music room, you can do it right in the music room. So go ahead and if you want to pause the video or you want to save it to the end, that's up to you. All right, friends, it's a free country, right? I am going to stop sharing my screen because I have a book for you called Where the Wild Things Are. You might have read this book before. It's a pretty famous book. And I have a song that goes with it. It goes like this. Wild things, that is what we are. Wild things, find us near and far. Let's see if we can sing it together. Maybe you can be my echo. Wild things, that is what we are. Wild things, find us near and far. Let's try longer parts. Wild things, that is what we are. Wild things, find us near and far. Let's try the whole song. Ready, sing. Wild things, that is what we are. Wild things, find us near and far. All right. So we will add that. We'll decide as we read where a good place for the song is. Why don't we do it before we start? Ready, sing. Wild things, that is what we are. Wild things, find us near and far. Where the wild things are. Here we go. That night, Max wore his wolf suit and made mischief of one kind and another. This is a newer book, so the pages are tricky to turn. Sorry. His mother called him Wild Thing, and Max said, I'll eat you up. So he was sent to bed without eating anything. Let's sing our song, though. That seems like a good spot. Ready, sing. Wild things, that is what we are. Wild things, find us near and far. That very night, in Max's room, a forest grew and grew and grew until his ceiling hung with vines and the walls became the world all around. And an ocean tumbled by with a private boat for Max, and he sailed off through night and day and in and out of weeks and almost over a year to where the wild things are. This seems like a good place for a song. Ready, sing. Wild things, that is what we are. Wild things, find us near and far. And when he came to the place where the wild things are, they roared their terrible roars and gnashed their terrible teeth and rolled their terrible eyes and showed their terrible claws till Max said, Be still, and tamed them with the magic trick of staring into all their yellow eyes without blinking once. And they were frightened and called him the most wild thing of all and made him king of all wild things. This is a great spot. Let's sing it. Ready, sing. Wild things, that is what we are. Wild things, find us near and far. And now, cried Max, let the wild rumpus start. Do you know what a rumpus is? Like crazy, like party, having great time. Wild things, that is what we are. Wild things, find us near and far. Now stop, Max said, and sent the wild things off to bed without their supper. And Max, the king of all wild things, was lonely and wanted to be where someone loved him best of all. Then all around, from far away across the world, he smelled good things to eat, so he gave up being king of where the wild things are. But the wild things cried, "Oh, please don't go. We'll eat you up. We love you so." And Max said, "No." The wild things roared their terrible roars and gnashed their terrible teeth and rolled their terrible eyes and showed their terrible claws, but Max stepped into his private boat and waved goodbye. Let's sing our song. Ready? Wild things, that is what we are. Wild things, find us near and far. And sailed back over a year and in about out of weeks and through a day and into the night of his very own room, where he found his supper waiting for him. Supper is another word for dinner. And it was still hot. The end. Let's sing our song one more time. Ready, sing. Wild things, that is what we are. Wild things, find us near and far. Good job. All right, I'm going to add some motions to Wild Things song. And I want you to watch me because I'm going to do some different patterns. And I want you to see if you know what these patterns all have in common. Okay, here's the first one. Ready? Wild things, I did it backwards. Sorry. Wild things, that is what we are. Wild things, find us near and far. There's that one. Let's see. What else could I do? Watch this. Wild things, that is what we are. Wild things, find us near and far. What else? How about this? Wild things, that is what we are. Wild things, find us near and far. And this one's a big clue. Watch. Wild things, that is what we are. Wild things, find us near and far. Did you figure it out? Did you think about what they had in common? I did this. I did this. I did this. I did this. Well, the last one was the big clue. What does this mean? Strong. And what's the opposite of strong? Weak. So I tried to make all my moves be strong, weak, and strong, weak. Because music has strong beats and weak beats. And that's what we're going to start talking about is strong and weak beats. So that is what I was trying to show you. Okay, so I told you we're going to come back to bounce high, bounce low. I somewhere here made a whiteboard. I see it. So I'm going to share my screen again. I'm getting better at this. Here we go. Share. All right. Here's a whiteboard. Okay. Thank you. I'm sharing my screen. Good to know. And I'm going to write the rhythm to bounce high, bounce low, and then bounce the ball to shy low. Ooh, I wonder, can I draw on this with my finger? Oh, I can. That's exciting to know. Okay, erase that. I'm going to need that in a minute. Okay, so friends, I want to try bounce high, bounce low, except with our strong, weak movements. Did you notice there's always a pattern? It always goes strong, weak, strong, weak. So let's sing bounce high, bounce low, and let's do strong and weak with it. Ready, sing, bounce high, bounce low, bounce the ball to shy low. All right. So now what I need to think of is a picture that is going to mean strong and a picture that is going to mean weak. And because I have to draw this kind of fast, I'm going to make them easy. So I think I'm going to do a triangle for strong. I'm going to do a line for weak because I'm going to do this in a hurry. Okay, you do the strong and weak motions, and I will draw. Here we go. Ready, sing, bounce, high, bounce, no judging, low, bounce the ball to shy, low. I did it. Okay, let's do it with our motions. Ready, go. Bounce high, bounce low, bounce the ball to shy, low. Now, do you notice the pattern? You see it? Strong, weak, strong, weak, strong, weak, strong, weak. Now, how many pictures are under a due day? It's kind of a trick question, so look closely. There's only one under a due day. That's because a due day is two sounds, but it's only one beat. So it's either a strong beat or a weak beat. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is, I wish I knew how to change colors. Maybe, oh, look at that. I'm going to draw a line here in between to separate my pattern. Strong, weak, line. Ooh, I like it. Strong, weak, line, strong, weak, line, strong, weak, line. And this is how we musicians like to organize our music so we can see the patterns. And we're going to talk about this more next week. All right, let me stop sharing my screen and we will wrap this up. Okay, so you have some things to do. If you are in the music room or at home, you can play bounce high, bounce low. You can do the worksheet if you have not done that yet and write bounce high, bounce low on the staff. And you can go and listen to our composer of the month. So you have 3 jobs. Play the game, do the worksheet, watch the composer. All right, let's sing Music Time is Over. Ready? Music time is over, but everything's okay. We'll be back together on another day. Music time is over, but you don't have to get in line. Thank you for the music. Now I'm feeling fine. Thank you so much. See you next week. Bye.